Hi guys. I'm going to do this brief video, but I have two videos that I'm going to download right behind this, and I did them like last week. I downloaded them, but I didn't realize that I didn't make them public. I kept them private, and so that's what they're from. They're from last week, but I want to download them. We have learned now that so much. God is so great. God is so great. He's so great. He's so great. And when I tell you this, I hope that you believe me when I say that, Jesus has come at this time to give us these mysteries and these sealed words. He's come to explain it, okay? To give us the help that we need. Again, they didn't need it before, okay? The generations before us did not need it, but we need it because it's us. Now, last week we learned that Israel is going to be deceived. Oh, huge deceiving. In the videos that I'm releasing right after this, okay, I had to cut them short. I don't even know why, but I'm gonna put those two. I know that I did them last week, okay? Now, I think in those videos I said that I personally think that Matthew 24 will occur next spring, next summer, but in late spring or summer. That's when Matthew 24 will happen. And again, it's not far the end. It's for now, because it's a judgment. Matthew 24 is a judgment. All right? We'll wait and see what happens. We'll wait and see. But the Lord told us that it's all started now. Okay, so know this. Everything has started. He said that the media, what you hear on the media is all held. It's not true. They're not reporting what's really going on over there, okay? And they're not going to. It's going to get worse. That the satellites even that are positioned, in space, that they're corrupted too. But the media is going to hold the truth from the world. So know this, all right? It's the enemy, because it's controlled by the enemy, right? Yes, it is. But Israel, there's going to be a bomb that's going to hit Israel. And there's going to be a lot of people that's going to die. And the Lord told us. And there's going to be a lot of children that are going to die. But you have to understand, he's got this, okay? But all this has to play out because of prophecy. But there's going to be a lot of death. I mean, it's going to be horrific, but there's going to be a lot of innocent people that are going to be killed. Now, thing is that whatever hits it, bomb, they're going to think that Israel did it to their own country, but they didn't. It's not true. Okay? It's not true. It's the paint. It's the paint on the missile, okay, or on the bomb. It's going to look like, it's going to be made to look like an Israeli missile, but it's not. Okay, it's tampered with, right? Who's ever doing it? The enemy's behind all of that, whatever, country, and the country behind it is either, China, Russia, and Iran. But it's going to hit Israel, and the world is going to turn against Israel big time. And there's going to be a war, a civil type war, north and south. Now, could America have a war too? Yep, because remember, it's double judgments. It's double everything in the Bible. The layers, now we know it's double everything. But I know that Israel is going to have a conflict between north and south. And this very well might start it. But that the world is going to turn totally against them because of and this thing that's going to happen is just going to icing on the cake. but there's going to be a lot of death. So it's the storms, he calls it. The storms are coming in, and that is storms as in weather-wise, the literal storms that he's talking about, and these war. It's the war zone coming now. Everything that has been prophesied is going to start. So when these things start, So, and that's what he told us, though. That's one of the big deceiving things. And he says, don't believe it. Do not believe it, because it is not true. But the world, even the news, the media, are all going to present it as Israel killed their own people. But it's not. It's not. So, oh gosh. Big storms are going to hit too. Actual storms. So just bear down and just know, again, remember, this is a time that you have to just hold in him and stand in him and know it's a faith. It's faith. It's faith. You have to hang on to what you've been taught, to what the Lord's Holy Spirit that dwells in us, because that is God. You know that. The Holy Spirit is God in us. He's right here teaching us. And you have to find comfort in that, and you have to have faith in that. You have to stand strong in that. And remember, I said, when I say stand in your concrete footing, of the Lord, I have this like concrete footprints of the Lord, right? And then like a mold of his feet, and I in my mind, I stick my feet in there and I just hold firm. And that's my concrete footing. But you cannot, regardless of what happens, you cannot lose faith. Now, it's going to be, when these things all start, see, 2 years ago, he told us that, he showed us where missiles were launched in nighttime hours. And it's on a day that the United States is totally unprepared and caught off guard. So it's a special day that people are celebrating, It's a day we will not expect it. And there will be missiles launched in the night hours. And all the perimeter cities of the United States is going to be hit. And everybody's going to come inland, okay? Well, we don't... That is going to be soon. I mean, that's not mid-trib, okay? Or later on. That is soon. I mean, that is before. That is before. And on a day we're caught off guard. Again, this is high watch time. November, December, even January. We were talking about yesterday and today being the day that Noah and his family got into the ark, and the 40-day rains were going to start. Either yesterday was the day he got in the ark, and the Lord said in 7 days, that the rain will start. But this is the time of Noah right now. It is surely the time of Noah. All those patterns matter, because God follows those. But Hanukkah, huge time. Totally, completely with Esther. Oh my gosh. But again, when this nighttime missile launch toward the United States was seen, it was like on Christmas Eve, okay? But is it that day? We don't know. I mean, that's the day that we were shown. Is it going to happen that day? No, I don't know. We don't know. So you can't stop your world for that. I'm sharing with you what he shared, what he teaches us. And there is so much. But is it this year that's going to happen, or next year? Is it when we're here or when we're not here? I know it's not a long way off. Okay, I know that's not a long way off. And remember, I told you that the United States is going to be. When did I share this about the United States going to be invaded by Russia and China? I don't know, 7 or 8 months ago. Well, look what Russia's doing. Having these major war games, and they're threatening the United States. World War III, and see what they're doing. They're going to do it. They're going to do it. Russia's going to be here, and they already have so many people here. You understand that? They already have so many troops that are hidden throughout the United States, and so does China. They never left. They never left when they came here to do their exercises. Never left. Obama knows it. Totally knows it. So, this is going to happen. It's going to happen. The only thing we can do with our families, we can tell them what we know. Most of them laugh at us. They don't believe it. But down deep inside, they know something's going on. Totally know something's going on. But you have to understand, it's fear. They're afraid. It's not that they don't want to know, but it scares them. And they can't hear it. They just have to, they just can't stand to hear it because they're unsure where they stand. See, that's what it is. When you totally know where you stand with the Lord, you're not a bit afraid. You're not a bit afraid. But when you're unsure, you don't want to hear about it because you don't know where you're at. And that's with family members and friends that fight us on it, it's because they don't know and they're unsure and they're too scared. So, but this is going to happen. It's going to happen. They don't want to be here. They do not want to be here during this. It's going to be so much worse than anybody ever thought. Lord showed us. Totally showed us. Those angels, those dark angels, they're coming. Okay? They're coming down too. It's going to be bad. So bad. So, but consistently, the Lord has told us, I got you. We figured out he's because of what we're going to see briefly, okay? And it'll be very briefly. Like I said, there's a time when everything starts from the time that we go. And remember, the bride gets to go early, okay? I mean, the church gets to go, but the bride gets to go a little bit early. It's our reward. But for just a brief minute, we get to see, we're going to see something. And we're going to panic because we're going to think, oh, he's not coming. He's not coming. He says, and he told us this, that people are going to panic and think, oh, this is starting and the Lord's not here yet. The Lord's not coming. This is starting. We got to leave now. We got to leave now. He says, don't panic. Know that I will be there. I'm coming. Oh, yes, I'm coming. And I will be there. So don't panic.